What's up, guys? So today I kind of want to go over a few different ways you can go about finding the right sound that you're looking for without having to change the entire kit. And I feel like a lot of times us electronic kit drummers, we kind of get wrapped up in option paralysis, or it's a little bit overwhelming. If you're looking for a sound, you want to just start scrolling through the entire module and where's the right drum set. You're looking for like the right one, and more times than not, you're not going to find the perfect one. So you might find one that's pretty close that you're happy with, or like in my case, the kit I was just playing was a custom kit that I put together, using the internal sounds, but I'm pretty happy with the way that came out, and that's kind of like the base that I want to start with. But I'm going for, I want to try to find something to fit in pop music or funk or R&B. I want to play along with some tracks and sound really good in the mix. So I think it could be a little bit better. So I want to go over a few things to tweak it. And the first thing is going to be to change the snare drum. And that's one thing, and I know as acoustic drummers, we all play drums. We know that makes a big difference. But sometimes we forget. So the first thing that I want to do is change this snare to, hold on, I'm going to look into the module here. So the snare that it was a DWEdge. And, again, that's a great snare drum. I really like the way it sounds, but I think it can be a little bit tighter. So what I'm going to change it to is it's called BJDW Moon. And this snare has a little bit more apparent snare buzz. It's got some nice snare ring, like how it rings a little bit afterwards, and it seems to cut the mix really well. So let me show you how that sounds. So you can kind of hear already, it's like I'm pretty close, right in the ballpark. I really like the way that snare sounds, and it's pretty close to what I'm looking for, but there's a little bit more that you can do. The second thing I want to say is, remember, you can always tune the drums. And, again, it's so simple, but something is tuning the drums makes a big difference, right? That's the same way you think about it with acoustic drums. You just apply the same principles to your electronic drums. So next, I want to I'm going to tune these three up 2 semitones. So these are all going up 2, and the floor toms are going to go up 3. And also the kick is going to go up 2. And if you have layers, bring up the layers as well. And I think I'm going to bring the snare up too as well. I want a really tight poppy sound, that's the genre I'm going for here. So I'm going to show you how everything, just with the changing of the tuning sounds, and we'll go from there. Check this out. So, right, just a little bit of tuning, and I feel like everything sounds great. The bass drum is a little bit tighter because the pitch is brought up. The toms have a little bit more pop to them. The floor toms aren't like, destructively low. I mean, that's the sound that you're going for, and the snare I feel like is perfect. Just up 2 semitones on everything and a little bit extra on the floor toms, and I feel like we're good on the drums. The last thing I want to talk about, and this is all pretty simple, the last thing I want to talk about is, maybe changing just a couple of your main cymbals. So the ride is, I think it's a Z custom ride, so that's a pretty solid piercing ride. So you can hear that ride definitely sounds thicker, and it is, it's a Z custom, and that'd be great for something heavier, where you want to cut the mix with the stick attack. But for this, I was thinking of going with an A custom, and I was going back and forth between that and the K, but I think the A custom is gonna fit the bill a little bit better. I'll let you hear what it sounds like. And I didn't change the edge just because I wanted to, want it to be really quick. But the other thing I want to do is I'm not even going to change the hi-hat, but I want to bring the pitch up a half semitone. So that's up a half semitone, and I think that's going to be about everything that I'm doing to this kit. I think it's going to sit in the mix. This is going to sit right in the pocket and, check all the boxes for the pop kit. Check it out. So yeah, that ride really made a difference, and bringing the hats up a half semitone it makes them sound a little bit, crisp, more crisp, and I'm pretty happy with this result. And the last thing I want to show you is how this sounds in the mix with a current pop song. I'm just gonna play a little bit to it, just so you can hear how well this fits. I'm gonna start in the middle of a track and just play a little bit for you. Check this out. So I thought that sounded great. And just to recap everything, the first was try a different snare. The second, change the tuning and go up or down. And the third thing is, maybe try a different ride cymbal or a hi-hat as well. You can tune the cymbals on e-kits too. That's one of the best things about electronic drums, right? So thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, I hope this helps, especially if you're new to e-kits, editing or making a custom kit doesn't always have to be such a big ordeal. It'd be really quick and easy. All right, thanks.